Alright, hello guys. Today we're going to be talking about one of the first lake effect events here this year. Very exciting stuff. Before I get started with the video though, I'd ask that you would please subscribe if you do like weather content like this, and also like the video if you do like this video. Anyway, let's get into this real quick. As we're looking here at the FV3 GFS test precipitation, this is right around morning hours of Wednesday. This is 48 hours from now. You can see those lakes anywhere from Minnesota all the way down through Wisconsin, Michigan, and into New York and Pennsylvania areas in that area are starting to get some lake effect precipitation, snowier in the northern, more western areas, and rainier in the New York, Pennsylvania area, though that should change as the hours go on. That should switch over to snow for those areas. That's just the screenshot I chose for this. Here's the GEM, which is the Canadian model, showing not quite as much precipitation there over the lakes, so this is taking the more conservative option, or less precipitation. Here's the GFS. This is 36 hours in, so this is Tuesday night, late Tuesday night, maybe like 2-3 a.m. You see those lake effect bands starting to move into portions of Michigan there and really get active. That's where I think the bullseye will be. And 54 hours in, you could see this is right around, I would say, Wednesday evening, late Wednesday evening. You see those bands have moved away from Wisconsin and Minnesota and are mostly over Michigan and Pennsylvania and New York, so they're on the more eastern side then. Now getting into snowfall totals, you can see that we have snow more than, I guess 0.1 is our standard here for snow, but that's really just flakes. But I'm more paying attention to the 1-inch area. We're barely seeing any of that in Minnesota, but portions of Michigan, Wisconsin, as well as Pennsylvania, New York, barely Pennsylvania, but mostly New York, getting in on some of those amounts here according to the FV3 GFS. And then here's the Canadian model total. You see not as much because there wasn't as much precipitation with that forecast. So you see really calling for a minor event there. Here's the GFS total though, getting a little bit more extreme here. 2 inches there you see in Minnesota. That's mostly due to a clipper moving over, which is really going to be what activates the lakes anyway. So we're going to count it, but that's not really because of the lakes or anything. Mostly portions of Michigan there getting involved, and also New York State, upstate New York there getting involved. Here's the icon. This one shows a lot more high-end snow total. So you see there's 5 inches plus there in portions of Michigan. A lot of 3-inch areas there. You can see that by the light blue. So really looking at this being the highest total out of any of the models. So this is really the high-end stuff right here. So take it with a grain of salt. And then here's the ECMWF, the European model, the best model. Now I know portions of Minnesota or Michigan here are kind of hard to see because it actually isn't using the state border there for some reason. I don't know why it does that. It uses like I don't know, a different type of border there on the lakes, which is kind of annoying, but we're gonna have to live with it. You can barely see that is portions of Michigan there in those light blue areas on the top left corner of your screen there. Not the very top left, but kind of more towards the middle of the screen there with the darker colors. There's portions of Michigan in there that look to get, according to this, over an inch, well over an inch. Some areas getting 2 inches and maybe even 3 inches. So we're going to go ahead and look at my forecast here. Oh, actually, sorry, we have to look at the NAM 3KM first. So you see this is a little bit more of a higher definition model, as we'd call it, and this shows you really where the bands are. So you see where the heaviest bands are. This is calling for 2 to 3 inches, and in some of those lighter bands getting less than that. So with the higher definition, we're able to kind of pick that out, and you see the 12KM NAM not showing quite as much. So this is again on the lighter side of the precipitation, which is kind of rare for this model actually. And then here is my forecast. You see really I think Michigan's the bullseye here, and then portions of the Tug Hill, you can see that's where you're getting that 3 to 6 inches in that light blue. I think that's just where the heaviest bands are going to set up, but it's really hard to forecast this stuff. Anywhere in the white is where I think you're going to get lake effect snow. That's your best chance for close to an inch and above. So obviously areas outside of that will likely see flakes and some accumulation, but I think that this is right around an inch to 3 inches in that white area. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Again, this is I didn't mention this is valid for October 19th, and let me check what day that's going to be. So that'll be Friday. This is valid on the 19th, Friday. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.